Greetings, cherished traveler, on this tranquil expedition into the heart of Zen wisdom. Tonight, we'll wander through tender narratives and unadorned revelations that have shepherded innumerable spirits toward lucidity and repose across countless eras. If you wish, tell me your current hour and the haven from which you joined this voyage. I'll unveil a thoughtfully curated tapestry of Zen parables, seemingly modest, yet woven with layers of eternal verities that can reforge your bonds with fretfulness, ire, and the ceaseless draw of yearning. These go beyond fleeting nightcap yarns. They are sacred reverberations from luminous souls, visionaries who unveiled what multitudes eclipse. Serenity blooms not from remolding the cosmos, but from reshaping our embrace of it. As a Zen axiom whispers, when the spirit quiets, the vastness bows. Via these vignettes, you'll sense how this perennial revelation can ignite rebirth in your everyday realm. With each fable's gentle unfurling, you might perceive the fringes of disquiet easing. Your mind's ceaseless murmur could hush. An innate hush will dawn, seamless yet vast. These doctrines have traversed epochs in murmured exchanges, amid lanternlit sanctums, within the silences betwixt exhalations. Every anecdote serves as a soft beacon, unveiling a veiled alcove of your soul's domain. A few will quietly untwine long-held threads. Others will bestow queries more vital than clarifications. And each will coax you toward the grace of dwelling solely in the now. So, nestle deeper. Permit your frame's load to be wholly cradled. Inhale one measured, intentional breath. As you let it go, sense that these parables aren't haphazard, they've lingered, yearning for your company. Let's embark on a legend contrasting mere sight from full embodiment. This is the saga of the visionless inscriber from Mount Furano. Perched upon the vapor-veiled crests of Mount Furano loomed a timeless cloister, its aged oak struts cradling epochs of reverence and introspection. Within these consecrated bounds resided a devotee named Kengyo, sightless from his cradle's first cry. Though he'd never beheld a glyph, a flourish, or a crag's contour, Kengyo's penmanship echoed across realms of sublime artistry. His renown surged like tides on a glassy mere, summoning acolytes from secluded hamlets who braved fortnights' treks to glimpse the inconceivable. They lingered in reverent hush as his quill glided over vellum with silken surety. Every curve erupted from an abyssal spring of insight, coursing unbound through his digits. His motifs thrummed with vigor, pulsing with the quintessence they evoked. One crisp autumn morn, a venerated penman, Hayashi, scaled the cloister's heights, his incredulity keen as the upland zephyr. He'd gleaned the lore but scorned it as fable. How might a sightless soul weave loveliness? He pressed the brethren, rending the haven's hush. Unveil this vaunted prodigy. Beckoned, Kengyo emerged with a poised tranquility etching his every gesture. He tempered his pigment slab with scrupulous zeal, whirling the obsidian rod in languid, contemplative arcs till the brew kissed ideal fluidity. He essayed his quill's pliancy against his flesh. Then, foregoing inscription, he proffered it to Hayashi. Noble artisan, he intoned with deferent incline, might you etch the emblem for ridge? Hayashi seized it with poised assurance. His traces were audacious and exact, forged in decades of rigor and myriad rehearsals. The motif surfaced immaculate, equilibrated, sensorially enchanting by orthodox gauges. Kengyo skimmed the parched tint with nimble digits, his attuned caress decoding as Piers Pa's prose. A subtle smirk graced his lips. I discern you've contemplated myriad crests, he murmured. Your traces bespeak virtuosity. Yet, venerable artisan, have you ever inhabited a ridge? The probe hung like aromatic haze. Hayashi furrowed, perplexed by seeming folly. What folly is this? How might one merge with stone? Kengyo retook the quill, his clasp innate. When I conjure ridge, he confided with subdued resolve, I don't envision its silhouette via sight. I dwell in its hush, the abysmal quietude cradled in boulder's nucleus. I shoulder its titanic heft, stratified through soil's abysses, tendrils delving to globe's igneous nucleus. I graze its apex nuzzling boundless firmaments where vapors coil and tempests gestate. As he mused, Kengyo's quill kissed the leaf. Hayashi gaped, mesmerized, as the emblem coalesced. It burgeoned from the sheet, as though the ridge heaved skyward. Every trace hefted mass and aura. Every sweep evoked geologic eons. The consummated emblem wielded dimension, tendrils eclipsed in the vellum's weave, apex somehow vaulting the leaf's confines. The emblem scribes itself, Kengyo culminated, relinquishing his tool. I'm but the ridged transient digit. The Buddha averred, three verities linger unveiled, sun, moon, actuality. The essence herein, virtuosity germinates not from amassing lore on a subject, but from effacing rifts to unmediated immersion. Why do we falter cleaving cognition of an entity from its visceral kinship? Zen unmasks the psyche's primal schism, beholder from beheld, perceiver from perceived. This polarity cloaks authentic discernment. We hoard intelligence, hone crafts, etch trivia, yet linger aloof from a subject's vital pulse. Ponder your quotidian. You may command affection's biochemistry, psyche, sociology, yet falter in your spirit's waltz. You might command stillness's mechanics, inhale tallies, stances, while eluding the inhale's autonomous cadence. You could vivisect guidance axioms and oversight paradigms sans contacting the primal directive from sincere heed and immediacy. Kengyo incarnates Zen's fledgling essence, unveiled, unmediated involvement. Never having surveyed crests, he evaded ocular clichés or stylistic edicts. His sightlessness unlocked a vestibule to profound consanguinity, circumventing the vivisecting intellect to caress a ridged anima. Zen sage Dogen proclaimed, to probe Buddha's trail is to probe self. To probe self is to unbind self. This unbinding isn't obliteration but emancipation. In Kengyo's scribing, no insular ego forged a ridge motif. Demarcations liquefied, permitting ridge anima to manifest via his grasp. This beckons interrogation of your virtuosity. Do you aspire to fathom your epochs or to inhabit them wholly? In ambulation, can you coalesce with stride? In melody's embrace, dissolve into audition? Confronting ordeals, can you incarnate redress over cogitation? Hayoshi emblematizes our standard craft forging, hoarding methodologies, honing contour, accruing prowess via reiteration and dissection. This bears merit yet perils ensnaring us in superficiality, extolling our finesse over yielding to ingenuity's profundities. Authentic virtuosity oft demands paradoxical relinquishment of presumed erudition. The virtuoso healer whose digits flow intuitively. The virtuoso who evaporates into timbre, permitting it to resonate unbound. The nurturer who counters a fledgling's requisites from affection's primal sagacity, sans codices. This twilight, in your beckon pursuit, essay Kengyo's mode. Over excelling, permit yourself to coalesce with the exigency. Scribe as the scription, tread as the terrain, cherish as cherishing. As the Buddha intoned, fathoming life's impeccability, you'll hurl your crown skyward and bellow with mirth at the firmament. Impeccability dwells not in artifice but in evaporating into each instant's verity, permitting existence to unfold via us with unlabored elegance when the circumscribed ego recedes. Our ensuing fable unveils diversion's quintessence and soul's harmony. This is the cloister feline's doctrine. Enfolded in primordial cedar groves where auroral haze clung like manifest supplications, Shinji cloister throbbed with monastic cadence. Devotees roused pre-dawn, intoned, cultivated enclosures, converged biannually faceted hush in the majestic vault. This cadence, unaltered across eons, begot a profound hush tangible at the portals. Yet one rotund tabby, Toma, routinely sundered this hush. Materializing years prior as a waif, she'd been enfolded compassionately. Yet Toma nurtured an eccentric, unrelenting quirk. Each instant's devotees assumed hush postures in the majestic vault, drapes arrayed, psyches lulling, she'd ingress. She calibrated her advent impeccably as hush burgeoned. She'd meander amid seated essences, tail skimming jowls. She'd vault onto haunches, her mass-numbing limbs. She relished toppling diminutive timber chalices of elixir by each mat, spattering lustrous slabs. On tumultuous days, she'd pour the suspended peal by the shrine, tolling haphazardly. Chief devotee Eisen's forbearance frayed. Assemblies morphed into vexation stewardship, not hush cultivation. His mandible locked at her pad's patter. His inhalations shallowed at chalice spills. Her advance ignited annoyance in his disciplined hush. At length, Eisen accosted Abbot Soren, whose furrowed visage radiated eons of reflective profundity. "Venerable one," he inclined low, "this feline renders meditation untenable. Its tumult bar her to safeguard sanctity." Soren heeded patiently. Faintly smirking, he intoned, "Tomorrow, essay. Instruct all to meditate irrespective of her capers. Regard her as any meditative emergence, cognizant, unopposing." Next aurora, Eisen relayed the edict. Some devotees seemed dubious, others acquiescent, yet all assumed postures with renewed acuity, greet whatever surfaced with immediacy, not recoil. Tama materialized, inaugurating her ritual, nudging chalices, prospecting haunches. Yet marvel transpired. Initial chalice topple met uniform inhale, unaltered stance. Substantial settle on a haunch elicited no recoil, neither beckon nor rebuff. Tama faltered, perplexed by inaction. She tugged a drape, no retort. Another chalice, no glance. She even peeled the shrine toll, yet the convocation abode serene, focus moored in boundless hush enveloping all tones. After roughly 10 minutes, the wondrous transpired. Tama padded to a vault nook, revolved thrice, and coiled for slumber. Her pairs enriched the hush for session's span. Hushed terminus, Soin convened them. Tama wasn't the quandary, he twinkled. Your recoil was. She merely feline-natured, pursuing curiosity, abiding now. Once you embodied devotee nature, welcoming sans strife, she lost tumult's grip. Henceforth, Tama was the dominion's hushful cloister feline, unaltered. The Buddha intoned, "Anger avenges you, not them." This elucidates suffering's genesis, not externals, but defiance. How oft do we indict inner tumult on outsiders? Noisy neighbors, laggard drivers, wailing fledglings, exacting superiors. Like pre-enlightenment devotees, we indict diversions, eclipsing our defiance as the culprit. Zen instructs harmony isn't disturbance void but equanimity's advent amid all. Sama, equipoise, depicts a psyche steadfast in rapture or woe, acclaim or calumny, triumph or tribulation. Not apathy, but vibrant, alert engagement evading allure-aversion vortices. Probe your recoil habits. Harmony hinges on predilections met, silence for hush, compliance for ease, unmarred schemes for serenity. Yet this conditional harmony crumbles, the cosmos won't conform. Felines remain feline. Essences, essences. Existence proffers endless variety, oft clashing desires. True emancipation lies in primal essence, awareness undisturbed by manifestations. Like firmament untouched by drifts, consciousness endures thoughts, sentiments, sensations arising and waning. Nichiren intoned, transience enables all. Fleetingness, including recoils, carves room for fresh bonds to hardship. Grasping this wanes bestows expansiveness. The devotee's pivot transpired ceasing ideal hush conditions, fathoming it in flawed, control to allowance, unlocking untouchable steadiness. Not passivity, act when apartment. Had Tama ravaged, not irked, intervene. Sagacity discerns external shift from internal embrace calls. This Vespa, confronting life's Tamas, irks, surprises, nuisances unsettling favored psyche, essay the devotee's way. Air address, watch your recoil. Inhale with emergence, neither shoving nor clutching. The Buddha intoned, harmony within, seek not without. Sought harmony lurks not elsewhere awaiting better terms. It's here, now, amid whatever Tama stirs in your day. Next, a legend of generosity's alchemical might defying seeming futility. This is the dealer's fateful consignment. In a flourishing hill hamlet's trade enclave, where coin chimes and voices bartered from aurora, resided rice vendor Ichiro. His repute reposed on steadfastness, consignments punctual despite tempests or toil. His vow was his trove, trust garnered via candid commerce. One early vernal aurora, a frantic mandate arrived from a highland borough. Late freeze-ravaged stores, they craved rice urgently, proffering premium pecuniary for velocity. For Ichiro, gain and succor aligned. He laded robust mules with supreme grain from his vaults, departing pre-aurora for a bidiurnal trek. The ridgeway was perilous yet pathed. Fellow voyagers forewarned of a defile seized by famished brigands turned plunderers. Nearing the strait, Ichiro tallied vain options. Reversal, grain rots in warmth. Combat, outnumbered, armed solely with a cord blade. Renown and lives dangled. Desperate, he inverted to Hamlet, seeking Zen Sir Sengai, famed for heterodox remedies to hopeless knots. Sir, he inclined before the unadorned hovel, no viable trail. Consignment vital, defile barred, grain perishable, solitary. Failure famishes, ruins me. Counsel. Sengai heeded profoundly, palms interlaced, gaze afar. Moments elapsed. Then, orbs mischievous, aurora tomorrow, defile approach. Brigands encounter, incline reverent, half consignment gift their kin for. Ichiro's anima plummeted. Yet then contract insufficient. Prepaid full, they hinge thereon. Ruin pecuniary, famine lingers. Sengai serene, entrust. Logic rebelled, yet Sengai's chronicles swayed. Burdened with qualm, Ichiro encamped near the defile, insomniac grappling the enigmatic edict. Aurora haze clung as he neared the constriction betwixt looming scalps. Predictably, 3 gaunt men emerged from boulders barring course. Garb patched, visages hollowed by famine, orbs hardened by extremity. Ere mandates or menace, Ichiro dismounted, inclined deep. Auroral, comrades. Grain for burrow yonder. Accept half as oblation for your households. Stupefaction. Leader, grizzled yet keen-orbed beneath ferocity, advanced warily. Ruse what? None. You bar for cause, famine likely. Hush protracted, peak zephyrs murmuring. Glances traded, tacit accord. Leader's wariness thought to awe. Bravest or foolishest. Laughter, relief, not derision. Unlaid half. As quartet shifted cargo to brigands' packs, leader elucidated, burrow hours, spouses, progeny, elders. Weeks victuals quest, coinless. Thus, barricade waved, unintended turned. Aurora fractured for Ichiro like light scarps. He'd fulfill mandate, and these men secure passage. At burrow, villagers paid contracted, plus ex-brigands for reunion, dignity renewed. The Buddha intoned, generosity joys at every stride. This legend teaches oblation's alchemy in seeming penury. Why hoard confronting dearth? Zen core misapprehension of plenitude and shorty unmasks. Conditioned anima scarcity mode runs, never sufficient, safeguard, others gain my loss. This spawns its dread. Time pressed, focus stint, haste parleys, bonds eclipse. Pecuniary qualms withhold, prosperity portals shutter. Calumny dread stifles utterance craving sanction. Ichiro plenitude acted, deeper edict trusting. True oblation forges ligatures, unveils trails. Suzuki Roshi, you're impeccable, Polish need. Resources suffice for true call, shareable beyond fancy. Brigands mirror desperate plunder when oblation seems unfeasible, extracting heed, surety, esteem, affection. Yet like defile blockers, sought from isolates. Ichiro's oblation give-receiver rampart dissolved. Brigands confederates. Futile became inexorable, needs transcended. Not naivety, discern peril veritable, survival preserve. Initial protective impulse creative portals blinds openness via Buddha. Countless flames from one, flame unscathed. Happiness undiminished oblated. Plenitude's arithmetic, oblated heed multiplies, benignity amplifies, faith begets faith. This Vespa, confronting futile consignments, rival calls, scant means, query what oblation shifts? Over dearth, what proffer? Over safeguard, how oblate sparking new. Buddha, oblate though scant. Tiny sincere acts unlock what stratagem can't. Next, unknowing paradox and true discernment. This is the acolyte who eclipsed erudition. At venerated Daikoji, hillside pines enigmas murmuring, Ian's old cadence of law and discipline endured. Novices arrived avid for Zen's abysses, sutras committing, philosophy contending, subtly vying mentors' growth events. Among fervent novices moan all bemused. Others advanced visibly, sutras fortnights, koans moons, tira ascent steady. Moan grasped naught. 3 years in, basics eluded, sutras faltered, koans hushed in bafflement. Notebooks near void, not indolence, incapacity veritable. Peers pity to scorn shifted. Dense beyond succor. Longest here, least knows. Capacity lacks. Some simpler life urged. Presence hindered earnest quest, vacant gazes disrupted. Yet erudite seer boundless forbearance moans lag evinced. Earnest strive, attendance steadfast, failure humble acceptance barred banishment. Perhaps some ripened tardier. One advanced discourse on Buddha anima, core acuity Zen targets essence, say nuanced ordinary versus awakened consciousness, paradoxes brightest taxing. Chamber hummed focus, notes copies, brows creased implications wrestling, some deeper import feigned nods. Midst acuity, moan rare hand raised, confusion shame fearing perhaps. Hush fell, eyes turned fundamental muddled display expect. Seer, moan sincere bewilderment voice. Confess, 3 years explanations patient, yet Buddha anima unfathomed. Past 3 years odd, own anima seek, much discussed, it nowhere locates. Everywhere scoured, never manifests. Practice grave flaw? Hush profound, external pine gales thundered. Seer moan gazed eternities, countenance cycling surprise, recognition, rapture. Then laughter, abyssal, spontaneous, tearful. Students' glances traded, moans folly or else unsure. Glorious naif, seer beamed. Enlightened 3 years, too purely unassuming to discern. Others awakening notions mind stuffed, you lived pondered. All too, moan lovely naivety stumbled direct realization, anima and found object as, because you anima. Lives awareness words merely gesture. Stunned, truth sank. Enlightenment lore amassed, nature debated, state chased, moan sought accidentally recognized. History first transmission unknowing what granted. Buddhist adage, fledgling anima myriad potentials, veterans, scant. Zen paradox, unknowing knowledge hoard director then. Why discernment in fulfilling presume? Conditioning, ignorance facts theories fixed. Practically serviceable, self-nature recognition obstacle. Seeking, meditation tomes presence sands. Happiness axioms now content eclipse. Relation codices natural flux overlook. Huanghua, fools seen discard, thought not. Wise thought discard, seen not. Moan's folly sagacity, experience trusted concept over. Mind and found theories amid, honest reported sans feign. Others, accumulate, compare, imagine lack achieve. Comparative anima suffers enlightenment gain assume, recognition not. Moan's ambition void enabled. No becoming enlightened, impressing. Grasp failure direct emergent space carved. Not anti-erudition, connects versus separates knowledge discern. Former awakens, latter substitutes. Mind commentary presence obscuring note. Sunset, hues or sunset musing. Loved, with or relation dissection. Quiet, hush or meditation musing. Buddha, arrive over travel well. Moan traveled well arrived unaware. Unknowing willingness, ceaseless curious sans conclusion, enlightenment openness birthed. Modern quest peers mimic, harder try, more study, complex methods, progress ideals. Effort enlightened become from already our distances? This Vespa, mind inquiries, cherish moan's unknowing boon. Sans solving all, immediate mystery repose? Present sans understand, refine, redress note? Buddha, observe, analyze, reason agree, all benefit, accept, enact. Deepest verity, simple beyond should be seeing. Next, authenticity startling doctrines. This is the host Zen. Junction bustle trails converged, humble hostile wayfarers served. Prime locale, yet proprietor Fujiwara's temper notorious. Guests resented, latecomers cursed, early risers berated, meals slammed, pleasing impossibility grumbled, tension bred. Travelers endured, dawn eager depart. One fierce autumn storm eve, winds howling passes, rain shutters lashing, drenched traveler appeared door. Robes sodden, frame gaunt, feet trails mudded. Fujiwara scowled opening, displeased state. Another, muttered, grudging entry. Room, dry garb, hot repast? No mud clean hostel. Traveler bowed, dripping. Grateful haven harsh night. Commerce, not benevolence, snorted. No auroral meal. Not wanderer charity. Showed chamber, complaint litany thoughtless guests, foul climb, storm travelers impossible hostel running. Night long, traveler thin mat heard Fujiwara's voice walls through. Host seemed storm raging, wind shutters rattling cursing, rain roof pounding yelling, comfort weather's inconsideration fury. Morning, storm waning, sunlight filtering, traveler bill settled. Fujiwara foul, sleepless complaint battle. Air departing, remarkable instructor, grateful night lesson. Fujiwara stupefied. Host, not instructor. Buddhism not no. Impossible guests, climb deal. Traveler smiled unexpected boon rapture. Heard you storm shout, wind curse, rain rage, profound realization. Storm retort no, defense no, offense no. Natural forces self-doing continued, unaffected responses emotional. Anger human anima weather, nothing essential alters. Storm storm, wind wind, rain rain, feelings despite. You core self, decent haven provider frustration expression amid. Fujiwara frown suggestion grasping struggle. Just aya. Storms dislike, wakefulness, routine disruption. Remarkable. Precisely, traveler orbs appreciation luminous. Pure honest aya sans pretense, spiritual overlay. Wise, enlightened, moment feeling other anything not try weren't. Refreshing. Most emotions cloak spiritual notions, politeness. You let feelings fully self, storm fully storm let. Pack-shouldered, traveler continued. Uncomprehended air, emotions complete acceptance, exact as is sans resistance, judgment, control beyond first stride. Authentic instruction thanks. Traveler trail vanishing post, Fujiwara doorway long pondered odd congress. Temper flaw perceived, unpleasant, custom repelling. Yet fortnight's post, eye oddly waned, not suppressed, artificial benignity, complete accepted. Temperament battling futile storm shouting as. Resistance ceased, responses self-altered. Buddha, resist persists. Accept transforms. Doctrine core, emotions experiencing versus imprisonment divide. Why inner weather fiercely battle? Feelings nature misapprehend. Emotions define believe, I-full person, woe woeful, dread fearful. Identification secondary suffering layer self-judgment via human responses tough circumstances. Daily pattern, irritation triggers thus feel shouldn't. Unspiritual. Evolved more, react wouldn't. Natural response resistance tension creates, escaped emotion oft prolongs. Host tale, inner weather cease battle. Fujiwara eye judgment usual unwanted emotions layer sans expressed. Paradoxically, complete acceptance natural transformation spaciousness. Pema Chodron, impeccable as are, improvement little. Not contradiction, genuine metamorphosis radical self-acceptance commence. Unacknowledged shift can't, constantly fought heal can't. Traveler wisdom, host authenticity unconscious instruction. Culture emotion control spiritual maturity mistake. True emancipation feelings fully themselves, aware spaciousness appear disappear. Every emotional impulse indulge not harm excuse use not. Wisdom appropriate expression when how. First difficult emotions relation acceptance, resistance not. Host aya honest reality communication. Storms, sleep loss, mud disliked. Direct said, no bypass, pretense. Rough authenticity genuine metamorphosis space. Tail storm life circumstances preference mismatching, stress weather, conflicts, challenges, irritations triggering responses. Natural storm, situations logic timing independent feelings. Buddha, hatred love ceases, eternal. Love, felt accept, manufactured should feel not. Host metamorphosis, self-I hate ceased. This Vespa, inner landscape weather, change frustration, future qualms, past woe, Fujiwara accidental sagacity essay? Fix, refine, spiritualize feelings over, exact as is let? Humanity own storm passing forbearance greet? Buddha, trail heart. Direct harmony trail unharmonious feeling center, around not. Inner storms complete acceptance, vast calm awareness any weather undisturbed. Next, recognition, wisdom plain sight. This is visitor, holy one. Countryside remarkable sage buzzed, queries all answer, problems all solve, lives troubled transform guidance. Simple mountaintop house lived, corruption ordinary village distant far. Valley man persistent unsolvable quandary, tried all, friends, elders, other seers, heard, climbed. Trail grueling, sun-scorched, blistered, parched, determination unwavering. Certain summit sage, troubles resolve. Modest home reached, approached reverent. Knocked, elderly servant answered, plain, humble. Wise holy see, visitor said, eyes past. Servant warm smile, invited. Led simple rooms, basic furnishings. Before realized, back door, down trail. Wait. Empty house escorted? Holy see want. Servant smile deepened, amused gentle. Seen him. Teaching today quandary solve. Life every encounter, plain, insignificant, each wise holy treat. Sacred every see, quandary dissolves. Buddha, past, present state. Future, present deeds. Prepared see find, recognition capacity wisdom access determines. Wise sacred special, extraordinary seek, daily surrounding wisdom eclipse. Conditioning truth dramatic, exotic, impressive link. Deepest ordinary encounters disguised. Visitor quandary external not, recognition preconceptions mismatching capacity. Hololook focused, actual holy front nearly missed. Daily, unimpressive dismiss, warm clerk, dignified janitor, profound child. Any needed insight receptive if. World transforms, every potential seer, street homeless, difficult co-worker, annoying kin. Dogen, Buddha trail probe self-probe. Self-probe self-unbind. Others sacred see, ego superior special need naturally eclipse. Visitor disappointment, exclusive wisdom access, everywhere recognition not. Buddha, candles one light, candle unharmed. Happiness oblated undiminished. All others understanding kindle capacity, approached offering recognition. Current ties, encounters, ordinary package wisdom eclipse where? Interactions change disguised holy treat every? This Vespa, people, family, colleagues, strangers, appearances, roles past, deeper all carry see? Tomorrow teacher next ahead, await seeing recognition approach? Buddha, firmament east-west distinction no. Mind's distinctions create true belief. Holy ordinary, wise simple, acolyte mind forged. Past, wisdom everywhere, patient recognition. Next, direct transmission irreplaceable. This is Bankai, envoy. Capital bustle, Bankai temple instruction period consummate. Buddha nature direct point, temples roam, sincere assemblies instruct. Departing, possessions scant bundle fold, silk robe gentleman urgent polite accost. Fine garb, careful manner aristocratic accustomed, noble temple sustaining aid likely. Venerable, deep incline. Barren petition, learning great, doctrine sincere interest. Wisdom heard, personal congress desperate, urgent matters today detain. Departure one day defer tomorrow study honor consider. Bankai next temple disciples await avid, seer trail flexibility compassion mandate inconvenient even. Course, plain reply. One day linger. Bundle unbind, temple quarters resettle, Vespa quiet contemplation, meaningful sincere quest to congress anticipate preparation. Nobles met Ian's worldly status genuine humility, helpful counsel proffer forward. Next aurora clear skies, temple peals community hush summon. Bankai designated congress chamber appointed hour linger. Barren proper not, same gentleman abashed features appear. Seer, voice heavy contrition. Lamentable tidings. Barren urgent underlayable comma state matters immediate he'd call. Teaching desire forgotten not. Representative serve petition, instruction behalf receive, wisdom faithful relay. Gentleman pause, arrangement acceptable hope. Barren specific query anima essence. True consciousness essence fathom, direct incarnate how. Doctrine share, every utterance exact relay vow. Bankai gentle he'd request, countenance serene empathetic. Gentleman conclude, see a moment hush, query not just, entire circumstance ponder, absent questa, well-intentioned envoy, petition profound futility. At length, Bankai innate simplicity forthrightness vocalize. Zen matter direct query response seer acolyte face even convey arduous. Envoy through relay more arduous indeed futile sincere capable envoy notwithstanding. Response prophet, seer more vocalize naught. Hush sit, just articulated doctrine incarnate. Gentleman linger, elaboration alternate proffer expect perhaps, none manifest. At length speechless bemused somewhat, courteous incline, cloister withdraw. Buddha, self-lamp be. Profound verity Bankai gentle resolute refusal Zen doctrine proxy relay message reduce. Spirit incarnation second-hand relay impossible info not metamorphosis because. Why spirit erudition academic knowledge intermediaries relay accumulate often approach. Zen, incarnation concept fathom not reality direct incarnate. Thirsty water savor, adequate delineate impossible. First-hand incarnate must. Barren anima essence query typical spirit probe approach unveil. Acuity intellectual fathom conceptual sees knowledge possess aspire. Anima study object impossible study doing subject vary. Own orbs mirror sands behold like. Beholding behold seeking. Daily spirit doctrine info accumulate incarnate verity rather approach often how ponder. Stillness tomes stillness sands. Incarnation delineations now probe sands. Anima essence queries anima direct probe sands. Now. Zen seer dogen, Buddha trail probe self-probe. Self-probe self-unbind. Paradox direct congress spirit relay mandate heart point. Buddhism intellectual fathom aspire self-construction probe through must vary. Probe through knowledge accumulate not immediate incarnate intimate probe through. Envoy narrative own incarnation indirect approach propensity represent. Acuity safe remoteness fathom maintain separate beholders acuity object probe illusion aspire. Acuity have not are we. Possess fathom relay impossible we at expressions because. Bankai succinct delineation post hush doctrine itself. Zen hush vocalizations impossible relay often. Cogitations interstices, inhalations expanse, incarnations arise acuity. Language ensnare impossible, conceptual cease when direct discern can. Spirit doctrine impossible seers purpose no mean not. Authentic doctrine own direct incarnate acolytes point second-hand someone else incarnation delineations proffer rather. Seer role incarnation proffer not acolytes already are discern conditions forge. This Vespa, conscious simple fact incarnate, these vocalizations aware, form aware, cogitation sensations manifest expanse aware, acuity direct probe concepts through rather? Incarnate present someone else delineations through fathom try rather? Buddha, own incarnation diligence forge. Emancipation trail proxy trod impossible. Own digits, inhalations, always been perhaps never clearly discerned direct probe willingness mandate. Next parable spirit spectacle authentic discernment profound divide unveil. This is Abbott's severed wish cranium doctrine. Great Chao Chu cloister hundreds daily hush probe, morning cadences primordial rhythms trace. Pre-aurora hush post, first radiance encompassing crests graze, devotees duties disperse. Enclosures some, halves others, sacred vellums copy structures uphold still others. Particular aurora, venerable Abbot Chao Cho customary grounds perambulation, acolytes well-being discipline state probe. Presence mild penetrating. Devotees casual vocalizations profound doctrines deepest soul probes intellectual constructs unveiled when never new. Majestic hush vault rear pass, convocation biannual silent hush edifice, Abbot young devotee alone timber construct shadow hush. Devotee discipline some form engaged seem, scheduled convocation activities apart though. Brother, chow mild summon, quiet mindful ambulation decade second nature approach. Virtuous ones all where vanished. Query simple suffice, casual colloquy almost, chow cho doctrine mode subtle profundity intimate recognize. Physical locale, spirit attainment, else something probe? Young devotee confident discernment expression up gaze. Cloister several years, Zen doctrine essential point sees pride. Doctrine discernment evince opportunity seem. Labor vanished all, devotee matter-of-fact reply, cloister various parts brethren engaged diurnal labor's gesture. Tone answer obvious intimate. Virtuous productive labor naturally engage idle hush rather. Next young devotee utterly astound. Admonition sans, chow robe fold sharp blade draw, auroral radiance blade gleam. Devotee menace instead, abbot far disquieting something enact. Complete serenity, chow own cervix extend, gullet blade expose, bemused young devotee blade proffer. Voice mild colloquial, reasonable cosmos petition proffer as if. Abbot mandates manifold onerous, apparent candor vocalize. Cranium sever please wonder. Mandate steward succor such be. Young devotee orbs horror dilate. Palms quiver blade possession now stare, venerated seer gullet exposed. Circumstance proper cloister conduct, spirit doctrine, basic human decorum understanding contradict everything. Petitioned what why fathom unable, literal request surface deeper import past probe unable, terrified devotee blade drop, flee. Digits meditation vault distant convey, incomprehensible vista distant, psyche confusion dread real. Chow serene fallen blade retrieve, robe rain ter, auroral perambulation same serene demeanor entire congress throughout sustain continue. Buddha, arrive over travel well. Narrative emerge doctrine intellectual discernment genuine incarnation vast divide. Why conceptual erudition authentic sagacity mistake often. Zen, cogitative anima doctrine ideas accumulate neat categories organize illusion discernment forge transformative direct probe incarnate sans. Young devotee response, labor vanished all, spirit discipline diurnal labor separate dualistic cogitation kind represent. Answer virtue productive labor doing lie rather idle hush imply, awaken labor hush opposition exist assumption unveil. Chow cho doctrine surface delineation deeper much in size. Cervix blade proffer, profound query proffer. Devotee truly virtuous one's labor vanished comprehend if, essential labor what? Mandate truly matter if, woe compassionate rejoinder most? Own spirit presumptions deep probe. Life spirit disciplines diurnal divide often how? Essential labor trivial labors, sacred instance ordinary epoch? Dualistic cogitation awakened rejoinder every instant opportunities discern keep. Abbot gesture Zen discernment heart point. Authentic compassion conventional cogitation transcend enactments sometimes mandate. Truly woe mandate burden, adherence spirit probe itself under, loving rejoinder most what? Sometimes precious seem thing very in size mandate, concepts, mandates, separate self-essence even. Zen Silinji, Buddha trail encounter if, Buddha slay. Renowned axiom same radical doctrine chow proffer point. Incarnation fixed notion any, spirit mandates concepts adherence direct incarnation obstacle become. Authentic compassion spirit mandates concepts slay sometimes mandate protect think trying thing vary. Young devotee dread flight deeper doctrine stratum completely eclipse reveal. Literal probe trapped remain, abbot vocalizations surface past transformative invitation probe unable. Spirit discernment articulate though, purely conceptual remain. Own spirit mandate others succor relation probe. Woe succor petition someone, concepts counsel proffer genuine discernment deeper locale respond? Comfortable spirit locale sacrifice others exactly locale encounter willing? Ancient doctrine virtue enact vocalize difference elucidate. Devotee virtuous one's locale what identify what enact. Radical compassion opportunity face, flee. Erudition spontaneous awakened enactment divorced remain. Zen practice great quam cultivate, cherish spirit discernments even query willingness call. Quam cynicism not, current conceptual frameworks transcend discovery's openness. Spirit certainties challenged even eradicated prepared, incarnation succorive? This Vesper, others burdens succor opportunities encounter, think need proffer genuine discernment respond different sense? Authentic compassion own comfortable presumptions appropriate spirit conduct constitute what in size sometimes mandate feel? Buddha, others succor self-succor. Self-succor others succor. Abbot own cranium sacrifice ablation non-dual discernment point. Interconnection truly probe, self-other, succor demarcation spontaneous compassionate enactment dissolve commence. Next Zen narrative spirit verity ultimate essence. This is Emperor Seer Congress. Ancient China, Buddhist trail devotion dominion throughout renowned emperor govern. Wealth dominion only concern governors unlike, Emperor Ian's sacred vellums probe, cloister sustain, existence abysses quest. Palace repository myriad scrolls encompass, erudite devotees manifold wisdom impart summon. Conventional erudition transcend discernment seer great rumor reach, emperor immediate summons dispatch. Own discernment renowned sagacity probe long. Seer Congress Day, Palace anticipation throb. Emperor elaborate queries devotion sophisticated Buddhist doctrine sees events prepare. Accomplished seer even impress surely. Seer throne vault ingress, utterly commonplace manifest. Robes unadorned journey worn, bearing humble alert. Emperor aureate throne Buddhist luminaries murals beneath seated, rapture quam both sense. Venerable, Emperor voice vast vault precious effigies sacred emblems adorned echo commence. Buddhist doctrines Ian's manifold probe. Cloisters erect, devotees sustain, sacred trail fathom life consecrate. Highest verity holy Buddhist doctrine what probe now? Emperor forward incline expectantly, profound colloquy Ian's probe corroborate anticipate. Say four noble verities expound secret doctrine Ian's down relay unveil perhaps. Instead, Seer Emperor orbs direct probe, pretense all through probe seem gaze. Response hushed manifest. Vast vacuity sanctity vestige not. Throne vault hush fill. Emperor blink, misheard certain. Buddhist cosmogony elaborate delineation where? Sacred vellums divine axioms illusions where? Sanctity know if, Emperor voice confusion dismay betray probe. Who what you then? Sanctity verity incarnate know if, seer constitute what? Emperor queries in spirit erudition religious merit accumulate heft convey. Devout Buddhist governor be around essence erect. Seer vocalizations carefully erected self-image bedrock dissolve seem. Seer response same hushed forthrightness manifest. Fathom not I. 3 unadorned vocalizations, seer every concept, essence, discernment petition emperor accumulate eradicate. Seer unadorned manifest as egress, emperor contemplative hush leave. Buddha, fathom think those fathom not. Fathom not fathom those fathom. Paradoxical doctrine Zen discernment heart point. Authentic sagacity conceptual cogitation itself confines discern accumulate erudition not commence. Deeper doctrine spirit probe often other adherents form become unveil. Doctrines insights precious gems like accumulate. Incarnation sufficient sanctity erudition acquire lie believe. Ultimate verity conventional vocalizations possess delineate impossible. Seer vast vacuity proclamation shunyata point oft vacuity translate. Nothing manifest mean not, cogitations presume solid independent manifest nothing. Every phenomenon interdependent manifest fixed essence sans. Vacuity concept fathom not reality incarnate. Seer sanctity vestige not vocalize spirit incarnate deny not, dualistic cogitation transcend verity point, sanctity ordinary separate. Sanctity probe very present incarnate lacks something essential intimate completeness already here when. Own spirit trail teaching illuminate how probe. Anima insights possessions transmute try notice? Potent incarnations aspire fathom, categorize, reiterate. Adhere each instant, simple presence possible make a way move. Emperor sincere quest a spirit materialism authentic incarnation Confucian's probe represent. Meaningless not, direct recognition always present obstacles become. Say fathom not don't fathom anima sagacity represent. Ignorance not open unfathomed actually manifest receptive rather preconceptions through sieve remain. Anima this, conceptual interference sans appropriate enactment arise. Erudition prizes culture, fathom not I confess failure sense. Zen discernment, confession fresh probe vestibule become. Veteran anima expect probe. Fledgling anima actually their probe. This Vesper, instant presence repose, spirit erudition fathom think everything temporarily aside set like what? Unfathomed freedom savor? Expansiveness opens concepts vacuity fills cease when. Buddha, firmament east-west demarcation no. Mind's demarcations erect true believe. Seer point vast vacuity infinitely expansive, possibilities all encompass none confined while. Vacuity true anima discern, ordinary prodigy most unveil. Instant exactly as lacking naught. Next belief potency, faith itself forge destiny legend. This is general, verity unveil coin. Japanese general futile circumstance confront. Army enemy forces vastly outnumber. Terrain adversaries favor, conventional military stratagem every gauge, battle advent devastating defeat outcome should. Yet anima deep within triumph feasible convinced linger something. Intuition perhaps. Desperate aspiration perhaps. Cause just certain sense. Troops, number scant though, combat essence odd surmount capacity possess. Quandary soldiers. Tally he could as well, massive force against a raid behold orbs. Dread ranks ripple contagion like. Qualm countenances cloud. Pessimism replete murmured colloquies encampment permeate, general morale crumble battle even commence air sense. Army own defeat convinced indeed vanquished other factors notwithstanding no. Technical prowess, superior armaments, numerical superiority even soldiers' hearts already capitulate when naught signify. Army triumph truly confide seemingly futile things sheer conviction potency accomplish could but. Battle aurora, destiny toward advance as, general troops diminutive sanctity shrine trail beside conduct. Countless combatants eons over halt uncertain fate confront air supplicate locale. General brethren around convene, fervent supplication conduct, divine benediction safeguard advent conflict petition. Supplications consummate when, general pouch probe, unadorned coin extrude. Elevated every soldier lucid behold. Brethren, summon, voice convened ranks traverse. Supplicated, firmament itself destiny unveil now let. Coin firmament ho. Heads alight, battle triumph predestined. Tails alight, defeat predestined. Gods decreed what unveil let. Soldiers proximate throng, anticipation shallow inhalations. Single instant this, metal auroral firmament whirling single hurl everything hinge seam. General coin elevated hurl, every orb arc trace ascend. Instant firmament against suspended linger, earth rearward descend. Coin alight dust quiescent repose. Heads. Troops acclaim miles perchance audible erupt. Grim qualmful moments ere soldiers now rapture chortle renewed assurance brethren embrace. Gods vocalized. Triumph assured. Cause firmament itself sanctified. Divine assurance replete, soldiers adversaries fierce resolve concerted potency assail, coin predestined exactly consummate. Odds adverse, decisive triumph secure, own vaster forces rout, eons commemorated triumph secure. Battle rearward, general jubilant troops mid perambulate, lieutenant sinister wonder orbs accost. General, lieutenant vocalize, prodigy thing. Coin true destiny unveil, vocalized as. Human potency firmament decreed mutate surely no. Right utterly, general sagacious smirk rejoinder. Pouch probe, coin extrude, lieutenant intimate probe elevate. Destiny mutate no one. Lieutenant coin probe gasp. Both flanks heads manifest. Buddha, all we are cogitation resultant. Anima everything. Cogitate we become. Destiny us befalls something not something own confiding expectations through forge unveil profound verity. Why fate influence beyond facile presume own anima unfold what forge crucial role enact. Zen, external circumstances all control cannot while internal states tremendous potency response whatever manifest determinate. General human psyche reality itself essence profound something fathom. Soldiers triumph confide numerical quandary important more no. Assurance, resolve, combat essence superior numbers amount genuinely manifest when qualities permit. Deeper doctrine herein. General troops guile simple manipulate not. Natural valor potency emerge states forge. Soldiers brilliantly assail capacity along all possess. Themselves cause confide simply need. Own destiny possibility kinship probe. Outcomes predestined presume often how, triumph tribulation influence beyond? General two-headed coin all possess potency scales positive outcomes favor tip own congress life quality through represent. Everything control positive cogitation through me not something confide automatically verity render. Battle assail still soldiers. Actual prowess valor evince still. Triumph confide psychological states best qualities manifest permit forge. Zen discipline labor relinquishment, aspiration acquiescence both adroit labor learn. Specific outcomes dictate cannot while circumstance any bring heat potency profoundly influence discern. Congress quality often triumph tribulation incarnate determinate external circumstances notwithstanding. Zen se huang po, foolish seen discard, cogitate not. Wise cogitate discard, see not. General sagacious soldiers battle cogitations numerical quandary cogitations potent more probe. Psyche reality labor adverse battle not. Own life quandaries potentials manifold deep probe. Tails mentality bear where, fully congress air defeat presume, quandaries potentials rather focus, dread labor quantum determinate let? Own two-headed coin forge need where, discipline perspective constantly positive congress circumstances notwithstanding orient? Buddha, cogitate we are. Cogitations arise all. Cogitations. Cosmos forge. Magical cogitation not. Acuity itself creative potency recognition. Genuine assurance, lucidity, resolve circumstances approach, possess discern didn't capacities often unveil. This Vespa, confronting quandaries aspiring outcomes probe, general sagacity own variant discern? Highest potentials deepest dreads rather sustain internal states forge? Destiny control cannot while confiding attitudes destiny through unfold forge profound influence discern? Buddha sagacity myriad flames single kindle, flame life unscathed. Happiness oblated undiminished. General assurance every soldier anima confide flame kindle. Potent most sometimes others self-potency along all their unveiled states forge. Next young devotee own spirit trail failed presume legend turn. This is Golden Wake Saga. Peaceful cloister serene mountain mere overlook, young acolyte temple stairs dejected perch sun mere toward descent commence. Shoulders disillusionment heft sag, orbs core heaviness reflect. Fortnight's disciplines contend, profound doctrines brethren naturally manifest seem unable seize. Vessel home ferry disciplines here failed because, seer quiet accost beside perch vocalize. Kinship vocalize what? Aspiration such here dispatch, erudite devotee return trail others conduct believe. Veteran seer mere gaze diminutive timber vessel still mere slowly traverse. Descending sun aureate amber tints everything tint. Utmost enact vocalize anyone can as much, mild rejoinder, Ian's manifold sagacity voice convey. Renowned devotee betrayal others conduct aspire, acolyte thick disillusionment voice rejoinder. Stillness assemblies conduct dream, acolytes counsel quest, cosmos difference veritable forge. Capacity, se unadorned vocalize. How? Dejected acolyte quam se gaze probe. Fundamental sutras even commit couldn't. Stillness during somnolent lapse. Everything essential at failed. Se smile mere point. Core from enact. Evinci vessel mere traverse sun descending rearward make discern. Yes, acolyte se gaze trace rejoinder. Wake mere traverse propagate discern? Vessel aureate triangle vertex like wake prow from fan discern. Acolyte squint, se delineate probe try. Sort. Squint, se patient vocalize. Vessel you. Cloister egress as, existence mere. Wake cosmos effect. Ripple each another ripple ignite another ignite. Sagacious affectionate existence constantly aspire enact, affection trail everyone congress teach simply self-incarnate. These essences some virtuous exemplar others relay. Expanding aureate wake virtuous labors other virtuous labors beget thus. Essential most, ripple each sun sees firmament rearward light rebound discern. Acolyte prodigy diminutive vessel journey persist watch, wake indeed ever-expanding light triangle mirror upon forge. Diminutive wave each aureate radiance sees firmament toward myriad scintillating motes rebound. Kinship come father all this elucidate, acolyte aspiration voice kindle commence probe. Buddha sagacity, flame another kindle nothing forfeits flame. Deeper doctrine influence grandiose enactments flawless erudition not simple core affection consecrated authenticity through propagate unveil. Why formal credentials renowned enactments meaningful forge qualify presume. Zen external sanction adherence how sagacity essence actually relay misapprehend point. Doctrine podium, appellation, certificate mandate imagine reality profound doctrines presence quality labors integrity through oblate when. Diurnal essences existence graze often how ponder erudition not benignity, forbearance, unadorned human fervor through. Market clerk genuine solicitude salute. Voyager smile trail proffer. Compare judgment sans hearken. Essences these ripples awareness beyond far extend forge. Zen discipline unconscious doctrine cultivate might christen. Natural relay deepest verities labors align when manifest. Mere vessel like, wake discern not, inevitably rearward propagate, manifest never new shores graze. Buddha, myriad flames single kindle, flame life unscathed. Happiness oblate undiminished. Authentic enact moment each doctrine become. Affection enactment each ripples forge. Sagacity rather recoil rejoinder election each firmament rearward light relay. This Vespa, own trail probe, already forge aureate wake discern? Difficult kinship forbearance evince perhaps, contend acolyte solicitation proffer, diurnal congresses unadorned presence convey. Radiance reflect unimagined trails illuminate may. Next conceptual discernment incarnate lived rift perilous doctrine continue. This is one orb devotee mute disputation saga. Ancient China, cloister Rome wandering devotees doctrines quest discernment probe, Zen convocation among peculiar custom evolve. Roaming devotee nocturnal lodging receive air, Dharma dual abbot designated surrogate either with engage must. Physical dual not, spirit acuity discernment dual profound queries paradoxical rejoinders participants each incarnation profundity unveil where. Renowned cloister bamboo groves enfold one, journey-weary devotee vesperal umbry courtyards traverse lengthen commence ingress. Robes upland trails dust. Straw sandals threadbare, orbs deeper discernment genuinely quest someone alert luminosity convey. Abbot vesperal mandates occupied, personal surrogate traditional Dharma Congress conductor sign. Surrogate cloister years manifold faithful succor, others disadvantage christen might what possess though. Youth mishap one orb forfeit. Physical confine this, inner probe lucidity perhaps because, Buddha doctrines abyssal discernment evolve. Two devotees cloister formal congress vault encounter when, roaming devotee peculiar something propose. Mute disputation engage let. Palms gesture indicate vocalizations rather gestures through congress intimate. Profoundest verities language altogether transcend sometimes. Surrogate accord incline, vocalization sans congress commence. Wayfarer firmament one digit elevate, steady sustain serene assurance expression. Hesitation sans, surrogate two digits elevate rejoinder. Roaming devotee, rejoinder this rapture seem, three digits then elevate. This at, surrogate tight fist forge space inter firm sustain surprise. Roaming devotee assurance expression falter. Instant clenched fist stare, countenance quam alarm approach something evince. Further gestures any attempt sans, swift incline, vault egress. Soon rearward, abbot discern, obvious deference disillusionment vocalize. Venerable, surrogate advanced far me. Trail continue cloister nocturnal sojourn presume rather. Abbot interest supraorbital arches elevate. Congress transpired what please recount. Well, wayfarer fervent elucidate. One digit elevate Buddha emblem commence, awakened one enlightenment trail evince. Surrogate two digits immediate rejoinder Buddha Dharma both instructor doctrines oblate intimate. Three digits elevate complete triple jewel emblem represent, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha practitioners convocation. Clenched fist elevate three actually one unified verity all events. Discernment clearly beyond mine, counsel elsewhere quest sojourn worthy air. Abbot delineation this growing prodigy hearken, surrogate essence well intimate for. Roaming devotee gathering vesperum egress as, surrogate agitated visibly hard inhalations running manifest. Insolent vagabond where, single orb indignation blaze demand. Everywhere quest being. Nerve man that. Spirit probe disguised insolence such never manifest. What exactly manifest? Abbot genuine prodigy now two very disparate delineation same event between probe. First, surrogate voice remembered insolence ascending elucidate. One digit elevate one orb only I possess intimate insult. Spirit colloquy engage thought we, physical confine attention immediate draw. Insolence despite polite remain resolute, two digits elevate two orbs he sanctified acknowledge, ill will no bear thoughtless remark intimate. Surrogate inhalation seize, agitation ascend continue, vagabond satisfied not insult that. Three digits next elevate further abrade, us two between three orbs total intimate. Difference our emphasized deliberately, confine forget couldn't make sure. Enough had I then. Fist forge about assail persistent insolence proper decorum instruct air. Vagabond coming what probe off fled. Abbot stunned hush stand, identical events participate two essences completely disparate verities inhabit prodigy. Demonstration contemplate. Buddha, cosmos probers are we. Profound verity complete misapprehension two devotees between unveil, exact same gestures participate entirely disparate verity delineations inhabit while each. Why own qualms, frailties, presumptions neutral circumstances project often. Zen 8 mundane gales christen what point. Acclaim calumny, rapture woe, acquire forfeit, renown ignominy. Psyche forces internal climb systems everything probe hue forge. Surrogate forfeit orb sensitivity every gesture personal assail filter forge. Judged appearance past incarnation strong interpretive framework forge other possible import probe couldn't. Similarly, roaming devotee spirit preoccupations profound dharma doctrines wounded sentiments growing I actually expressions probe cause. Enlightened instruction quest eagerness framework increasingly aggressive gestures increasingly sophisticated sagacity delineate make. Own delineation patterns deep probe. Current qualms, past wounds, persistent aspirations circumstances completely misread cause often how? Distracted someone conduct dislike evidence become family essence health actually qualmful when. Colleague beneficial intimation calumny feel performance frailty because perhaps. Ancient doctrine internal state external incarnate forge elucidate. Both devotees delineation sincere. Yet both actually manifest fundamentally mistaken. Lying deliberately misdelineate neither. Own psyche conditioning lens through simply probing. Narrative crucial query toward point. Circumstances clearly probe capacity evolve how, personal qualms delineations less sift through? Zen discipline several approaches challenge this proffer. First don't fathom anima christen what. Manifold delineations openness sustain existing verities qualms corroborate one immediately settle rather. Interpretation trigger conduct someone, pause other possible elucidations ponder? Second own sentimental states mindfulness. Surrogate appearance rising sensitivity notice probe hue forge recognize might. Wayfarer profound doctrines quest eagerness probe assumptions enlightened conduct qualm sagacity none exist where probe whether. Zen seer diurnal anima trail that. Doctrine very anima delineations forge probe rather external events correct delineation constantly figure try intimate. Buddha, insolence world this in insolence by appeased never. Non-insolence alone insolence appeased. Edict eternal. Surrogate wayfarer perceived insults curiosity defensiveness rather congress if, wayfarer assumptions enlightened conduct qualm if, encounter both genuine doctrine become might. This Vesper, diurnal from colloquies congresses replay, own qualms frailties delineations forged notice? Actually manifest difference anima added events import sense? Buddha, harmony within from manifest. Without quest not. Internal climb external gales forge understand by, clear probing sagacity compassion both succor unveil. Next parable adherence very thing love claim venom how profound verity unveil. This is chrysanthemum enclosure saga. Ancient Japan countryside, autumn hazes carefully groomed domains through drift, affluent barren fervor mania fringe dwell. Mansion undulating hills amid proud loom. Rear enclosure core utterly captivate but. Row chrysanthemums resplendent magnificence bloom there. Hues profound violet aureate ochre immaculate alabaster range. Barren interminable hours flowers nurture devote, variety each scholarly fervor probe, plant each paternal solicitude foster. Erudition panoramic. Consecration absolute. Yet consecration very love something duskier transmute. Chrysanthemum's wife progeny more heed pay. Household perpetual dread dwell, precious flowers proximate single misstep severe chastisement outcome no. Blossom off inadvertently snapping myriad retainers wrath taste. Atmosphere oppressive become, quam ire replete. One autumn advent, cataclysm strike. Faithful retainer mandates consummate hasten while, prized chrysanthemum inadvertently graze, impeccable bloom snap. Barren marred flower discern, ire volcanic. Confinement, bellow. Retainer inadvertent mishap this immediate incarcerate. Chastisement disproportionate sense retainer shame desperate ire transmute. Combatant edict according, seppuku ceremonial evisceration protest resolve, mere flower over ignominy death prefer. Cataclysm rumor zen seer sengai reach, sagacity compassion renowned instructor. Man existence botanical splendor over equipoise intimate, sengai domain hasten suicide avert successfully. Deeper quandary resolve one existence succor not intimate seer but. Sengai radical remedy devise. Rainy night, chrysanthemum's resplendent apex most at, barren enclosure stealth sharp sickle convey. Gloom in methodical labor, every single chrysanthemum sever. Myriad flowers eons nurture represent. Sound barren rouse, casement hasten, cherished enclosure shadowy figure discern. Blade seize, exterior alarm hasten, intruder enact what intimate demand. Sengai devastation mid serene perch, fallen blooms encircled. Weeds even this eventually noxious become not sever if, impeccable equipoise rejoinder. Instant that, barren mania glass fracture like shatter. Flowers mere weeds sear orbs discern, probe distortion suddenly fathom. Fevered reverie rouse like. Night that rearward, barren chrysanthemums never elevate again. Buddha, adherence woe radix. Ancient sagacity barren sengai dramatic intercession through discern what elucidate. Anything tightly adhere when, resplendent things even, love possession transmute resplendence onus. Profound verity adherence very thing cherish claim corrupt mode unveil. Barren chrysanthemums genuinely cherish, adherence love venom, appreciation mania transmute, solicitude dominion, resplendence everyone orbit dread origin. Why love possession confound? Buddhism ego anima dominion through shorty quest elucidate, inherently transient permanent render aspire. Authentic love adhering sans appreciate, possessing sans relish, dominating sans solicitude. Adherence love resplendence locale freeze aspire, cherished own essence extension render. Modern kinships pattern manifest how probe. Progeny cherish intensely parents growth claim succor very suffocate dominion become. Possessively cherished confederates jealousy mistrust forge. Collectors possessions adhered relish experiencing forfeit own what? Chrysanthemums anything proper locale natural edict beyond elevate represent. Career triumph, corporeal semblance, spirit enactments carefully groomed existence perhaps. Two adhered become, woe self others everyone orbit forge not only. Zen instructor Suzuki Roshi, each you impeccable mode are, little refinement use can. Paradox appreciation adherence delicate equipoise point. Thing fully cherish lightly sustain, profoundly solicitude outcomes unattached remain while. Sengai radical enactment deep-seated adherence patterns in size sometimes shocking physic mandate demonstrate. External circumstances sometimes adhered strip away clearly probe air. Forfeit, disillusionment, transience painful, instructors oft succor, authentic love possessive adherence divide unveil. Barren gardening simply temper not discern. Completely cease. Adherence response adroit most sometimes complete temporary withdrawal proper relate greater emancipation sagacity until intimate. This Vespa, own existence probe, chrysanthemum enclosure what? Cherish intensely stress, dominion, woe self others forge? Things these fully appreciate lightly more sustain imagine? Buddha sagacity terminus only three things matter. Cherished much how, mildly enacted how, gracefully relinquish things not yours how. Authentic love cherishes emancipate, arising waning natural flux confide. Next fearlessness unconditional solicitude transformative potency legend journey continue. This is Brigand, Seer Saga. Hushed Vesper auroral sky violet aureate tints tintaz, Zen Seer Shichiri Kojin unadorned hearth perch, primordial sutras in tone. Voice serene vaults rhythmic traverse. Vocalization each contemplation, inhalation each supplication. Lantern radiance faint glow barriers across cavort completely sanctity velums submerge, intimate verses profound serenity discern. Abruptly, serenity sunder. Four-door vehement thud ingress burst, desperate man manifest, keen blade lantern radiance ominous gleam wield. Orbs desperation feral, garb soiled rent, inhalations hasten heavy. Isolated hearth easy quarry deem clearly elect. Serene devotee resistance no proffer. Pecuniary existence or, brigand voice quam aggression amalgam quiver demand. Elder man cower, entreat, valuables concealed whatever frantically rummage anticipate. Shichiri sutra velum even up gaze not. Voice serene steadfast continue in tone instant air intruder address pause. Discipline perturb please not, same mild tone someone portal seal entreat might vocalize. Pecuniary cravive, succor self. Chalice yonder. Unconcerned unadorned timber coffer toward intimate, nothing anomalous manifest as if immediate intonation resume. Brigand quiescent perch, blade still elevated, utterly stupefied. Plunder years all, such rejoinder never congress. Quam no, entreaty no, I no, matrifact succor just, comrade borrow halted as if. Crown quam shake, commerce proceed but, brigand indicated chalice relocate coins diminutive valuables amass discern commence. Seer voice faint echo rearward persist, sanctity vocalization serenely solitary as if in tone. Brigand plundered chattel with egress prepare just as, seer voice in you summon. Halt, Shichiri velum up ultimate gaze vocalize. Everything sees don't please. Taxes remunerate morrow pecuniary some crave. Scant me for relinquish, won't. Brigand austere. Robbed man here, own plunder stipulations serenely negotiate normal commerce conducting as if. Almost sans cogitate, brigand coffer pecuniary some reinter. Egress turn certain peculiar congress ultimate terminus as. Seer voice once more arrest. Pecuniary my seized, Shichiri tone reproof echo summon. Thank even not. Quite discourteous, dean don't. Ultimate remark brigand utterly voiceless leave. Blade palm quiver commence. Insolent congresses most never thoroughly disquieted so. Plunder favor as if treat man here, decorum safety personal more preoccupied. Thanks, brigand stammer nocturnal rapidly limbs conveyors flee then. Rearward, brigand myriad infractions including Shichiri hearth episode confess seized when, seer witness summon. Tribunal functionaries justice clamor terror violation incarnate delineate anticipate. Instead, Shichiri same serene lucidity vesper evinced vocalize. Man this naught plunder me from, attest. Pecuniary freely oblate. Thanked even me. Scant reminiscence crave though. Brigand fetters perch core something fracture vocalizations hearken as. Man extraordinary solicitude infraction instant not only manifest, consequences from safeguard now. Ian's first, tears orbs manifest. Self-pity I not tears, discernment tears. Something air never incarnate congress. Condition sans affection. Fetters release upon, former brigand seer quest acolyte become entreat. Shichiri patient counsel under, same fearless solicitude nocturnal witnessed evolve learn. Ian's rearward, consecrated discipline seer unwavering potential metamorphosis conviction through, incarnation sagacity serenity profound secure. Buddha, I cease not, affection by. Edict eternal this. Narrative emerge revolutionary potency violence absolute serenity congress, plunder ablation rejoinder, quam affection rejoinder. Why force congress instinctively presume, aggression defensive rejoinder mandate. Zen pattern natural while very quandaries perpetuate oft unveil. Hostility rejoinder, woe vortex simply escalate. Authentic solicitude rejoinder when, passive acquiescence not active affection, metamorphosis expanse otherwise manifest not forge. Own incarnate deep probe. I as someone congress, calumny, mandate, automatic rejoinder what? Most us defenses immediate mobilize, countersail withdrawal through safeguard prepare. Defensive rejoinders form psyche during manifest what discern. Tension diminish amplify? Quandary resolve intensify? Shichiri rejoinders and adroit means christen events, reflex rather sagacity from enact. Fearlessness peril unaware being from manifest not, reality essence profound something fathom from. Brigand hostility desperation woe arise intimate, inherent maleficence not from. Enemy as discern refused by, Shichiri brigand self differently discern expanse forge. Zen discipline defenselessness vela cultivate might christen. Peril veritable naive being unnecessarily injured permit me not. Difficult circumstances highest sagacity primitive instincts most rather rejoinder assurance evolve mean rather. Buddha, terminus just three things matter. Enacted well how. Cherished well how. Relinquished learned well how. Shichiri brigand congress 3 all incarnate. Complete immediacy from enact, conditions sans cherish, chattel safety personal even adherence any relinquishment. Existence essences challenge probe. Difficult confederate, calumnious kinship, trail aggressive conductor. Same fearless solicitude Shichiri evince congress mean what? Accord not mandates acquiesce not by, recoil quantum match refuse by. Own serenity nucleus linked remain, conduct their notwithstanding. This Vesper, tension quandary own instance congress, brigand venerated guest treat seer remember, stimulus rejoinder between expanse discern election lives where? Aggression serenity congress, plunder ablation, quam affection election? Buddha sagacity myriad vacant vocalizations than potent one vocalization serenity kindle. Insolence rejoinder potent most sometimes compassion consecration unshakable remain simply, force never match affection alchemical potency intimate. Zen Buddhism sagacity through expedition persist as, contentment yearning essence legend probe. This is stone cutter expedition. Mountain hamlets elevated, unadorned stone cutter happiness enigma sans intimate live. Auroral each, quarries sinuous trails ascend, shoulders across implements equilibrated. Stones mid labor as, primordial mountain melodies valleys traverse echo in tone. Society gauges by indigent though, unadorned hovel scant chattels dwell, stone cutter more than had naught aspire. Unadorned existence replete sense, labor cadence, mountain splendor, candid labor gratification. Core cosmos care not sustain. Day 1, affluent nobleman grandiose domain labor summon. Domain approach as, air splendor orbs dilate. Marble pilasters firmament aspire. Enclosures impeccable equipoise sprawl. Existence first instant, stone cutter yearning sharp pang replete pierce. Affluent were only if, murmur. Sweat labor existence procure not then now enact as. Prodigy 2, stones from murmur emanate, aspiration fulfilled. Henceforth, aspire anything conferred. Vespertine hearth return nobleman grandiose as hovel unadorned supplanted discern. Rapture replete, implements forsake affluent luxurious existence relish commence. Scorching Vesper 1, ornate casement probe, king regal cavalcade traverse discern, monarch cool umbrage perch, affluent retainers circumscribed, common fervor over serene potent manifest. King's self were aspire I, cogitate, immediate satin cushions regal conveyance within recline discern. Conveyance expected warmer than events. Thick barriers even through, sun fervor relentlessly infiltrate. Sun were aspire I, proclaim, cosmos traverse light fervor undulations relay discern. Sun as, resplendent omnipotent sense thick tempest vapors convene until, undulations utterly occlude. Vapor be aspire I. Vast tempest vapor becomes splendor sun occlude. Descending pluvial transmute as, colossal boulder trail utterly occluding counter but. Mere boulder potent more I boulder be aspire I. Mountainside elevated abruptly perch, veritable constancy secure sense. Boulder base soon chisel echoes hearken but. Down probe, diminutive human silhouette stone fragments away in size discern. Diminutive essence potent more me. Man again be crave I. Familiar mountain trails ascend stone cutter once more discern. Now something altered. Stones forge mountain zephyrs sense, core profound replete swell. Melody return richer air exactly who was replete be intimate because. Buddha, wellness supreme boon, replete supreme opulence. Ancient sagacity interminable yearning vortex existence present already plenitude discern keep from elucidate. Why disparate states pursue always, rapture next transmutation lie presume. Yearning each fulfilled next yearning only unveil, dissatisfaction interminable vortex forge. Stone cutter expedition external states through rapture quest futility unveil. Own vortex variance probe. Promoted secure when rapture be, new quandaries discern only. More opulence replete, vaster opulence new qualms convey discern. Enactment each next ascend mountain unveil. Zen instructor Suzuki Roshi, each you impeccable moda, scant refinement use can. Paradox replete heart point, is what utterly acquiesce while existence natural vicissitudes wholeheartedly congress capacity. Stone cutter ultimate transmutation greater something into not, always been what appreciation into. Labor same persist, existence kinship wholly transmuted. Replete disparate incarnations possess in discerned not, incarnations whatever manifest disparate acuity convey in. This Vespa, anima habitual reaching not here toward discern, stone cutter ultimate sagacity essay? Anything other than arbitrary cease when manifest melody discern? Buddha, replete natural opulence. Luxury artificial indigence. Available supreme transmutation disparate something become not, already are what inherent wholeness discern. Next, authentic sucker essence veritable doctrine terminus legend probe. This is psychiatrist, Seer Congress. Professional spirit instructors convocation at, psychiatrist renowned Zen Seer colloquy discern. Career psyche quandaries essences sucker labor through erect, quandaries vivisect, mental well-being sentimental equipoise refined design therapeutic intercessions proffer. Sucker disparate approaches how compare curious, psychiatrist Seer direct query mind throughout colloquy on probe resolve. Ian's manifold techniques sentimental psyche quandaries essences sucker intimate. Approach you're about curious. Exactly essences sucker how? Seer query same serene heed everything convey hearken. Vocalizations not just presumptions underlying probe. Reflective hush instant rearward, simple profound rejoinder proffer. Queries more probe can't locale them convey, Seer rejoinder. Psychiatrist pause, serious rejoinders and enigma perhaps mean uncertain. Fathom sure not I, vocalize. Querying evolution discernment any process essential surely. Seer mild smile. Queries anima believes lacks something from manifest. Queries naturally cease locale someone reach when, truly quest all along discerned. Buddha sagacity, quam everything. Own radiance discern. Yet, ancient doctrine paradox unveil. Authentic discernment interminable querying through not, queries become unnecessary wholeness arrive at through manifest. Why sucker essences rejoinders queries proffer presume deepest sucker queria itself dissolve involve might when? Zen Buddhism quandaries manifold only continue queries forge sustain because manifest possibility point. Psychiatrist approach most sucker professions like, quandaries vivisect origins fathom managing resolving stratagems evolve focus. Value method genuine sucker manifold woe forms proffer can. Seer approach more radical something intimate. Quandaries generate framework very transcend essences sucker. Own anima interminable queries occupy probe. Rapture be how? Same lapses keep enact why? Existence with enact should what? Import discern how? Query each query lacks something crave something figure must out intimate. Query itself quest origin what if? Zen discipline quandaries manifold very labor redress by sustained discern. Harmony discern how? Constantly probe anima harmony naturally present perturb same anima. Desperately incarnation quest essence separation very reinforce may. Seer method essences queries more probe can't locale convey suppressing query ignorance promote about not. Direct incarnate wholeness queries naturally dissolve nothing quest because locale guide about rather. Zen Seer Bankai, unborn Buddha anima anything manifest up handle can. Fundamental wholeness truly incarnate someone when, whole be how about queries simply cease manifest. Quandaries redress need not. Vast acuity expands temporary manifestations discerned. Practical queries entirely disappear mean not. Repast have should what labor to trail which take functional queries practical purposes succor. Cease queries existential ones fundamental lack incompleteness sense from manifest. Buddha, nothing enact, nothing acquire, nothing forfeit. Doctrine same discernment seer intimate point. Authentic sucker more enact figure out essences proffer from not, already quest incarnate sucker. Own queries quest kinship deep probe. Psyche potency much existence quandary redress try rather incarnate toward go? Fundamentally erroneous missing something presume queries probe cease if persist what? Psychiatrist vivisect tools proffer sucker by. Seer analysis refinement need know what point sucker by. Both approaches sucker can, seer method radix branches rather aspire. This Vespa, typically anima occupy queries discern, beneath them lie what sense? All queries prior exist acuity expanse discern? Naught lacks because rejoinders no need wholeness. Buddha, harmony within from manifest, without quest not. Deepest sucker receive proffer others can recognition quest what never absent. Queries cease, rejoined being because not, querying was who one never actually anything probe about discern because. Next laughter discerned unexpected sagacity seriousness ourselves take through forge woe legend expedition continue. This is veritable instructor discern devotee saga. Remote mountain cloister ancient China, young devotee spirit discipline tremendous fervor approached well. Morning every aurora air, meditation rouse, impeccable posture hours without stir perch. Buddhist vellums scholarly exactitude probe, sutras commit, philosophical points fierce concentration contend. Brethren devotees seriousness dharma consecration often remark. Crisp autumn morning 1, vacuity essence about complex delineation particular probe while, young devotee utterly baffle something encounter. Vellum Buddhist doctrine comprehend thought everything contradict seem. Vocalizations individually lucid enough, together import paradox into dissolve seize thought instant seem. Fathom resolute, delineation carefully mark, seer quarters way forge. Veteran instructor unadorned chamber perch, auroral radiance paper casements through light shadow timber floor forge stream. Venerable, devotee deep incline vocalize. Doctrine fathom cannot encounter. Import illuminate please could? Delineation careful exactitude recite, quam manifold delineations pondered elucidate. Instructor attentive hearken, occasionally incline, countenance reflective engaged. Young devotee fervent elucidation consummate when, unexpected something manifest. Instructor countenance broad smile abruptly fracture, quiet chortle then hearty uncontrollable laughter ultimate erupt. Whole form rapture quiver, furrowed jowls tears stream. Devotee quiescent perch, utterly stupefied. Response anticipated not this. Profound sagacity careful elucidation expect where, laughter only discern. Instructor rapture entire chamber replete seem, barriers off echo, intense more escalate even. Elucidation any professans, instructor still chortling stand, chamber egress, young devotee solitary qualm growing distress leave. Next 3 days, devotee else naught cogitate could. Instructor inexplicable rapture constantly haunt. Repast scarcely graze. Hush scattered unfocused, slumber brief restless interludes only manifest. Query entirely consume. Sincere spirit probe puzzling rapture why congress? Other devotees distressed state discern, concerns their rejoinders vague troubled but humiliated, qualmful, increasingly agitated sense. Instructor discernment deride? Query somehow fatuous? Consecrated disciplinarians nothing signify? At length, torment sustain unable longer, seer chamber reingress. Time, inclined delineations recite not. Instead, core direct vocalize. Seer, 3 days, rejoinder you're profoundly perturbed. Graze, slumber hush enact properly cannot. Why chortle sincere probe my? Erroneous something enacted have? Seer countenance mild empathetic become. Young devotee beside perch intimate, hushed lucidity vocalize then. Devotee, quandary your what intimate, seer kindly probe. Quandary your clown than inferior are you. Vocalizations young devotee corporeal blow like strike. Orbs shock dismay dilate. Venerable, things such vocalize how? Clown than inferior be how? Existence spirit discipline consecrate, Buddha doctrines fathom. Worldly delights forfeit sagacity complete candor pursue. Mere entertainer liken how? Seer warm smile, elucidate. Clown supreme rapture others chortle make from manifest. Others chortle when, clown. Replete happy sense. Entire purpose levity rapture cosmos convey. You but, another essence chortle when, perturbed, upset, tormented sense. Recount, clown than inferior not you? Vocalizations these at, discernment clouds through fracturing aurora like dawn. Young devotee owns seriousness adherence woe forge how immediate probe. Taken seriously be semblance invested so, seer rapture receive couldn't. Rapture derision not. Dharma itself splendor paradox through express rapture pure. Discernment instant in, devotee chortle commence. Hushed first, growing emancipation rapture then. Own seriousness chortle, discernment adherence, incarnation grimly quest beautiful fatuousness. Chortle seer 3 days ere join. Shared rapture in, discernment naturally effloresce. Buddha, flame somebody kindle if, trail your illuminate also will. Doctrine heart others rejoined his own anima state unveil lie. Why others rapture misunderstood mode manifest perturbed become. Zen Buddhism patterns manifold this woe type forge. First validated understood be adherence. Young devotee perturbation seer rapture itself from not, query serious receive need from. Second spirit semblance identification. Sincere questers, consecrated practitioners sagacious acolytes seen be adherence when, genuine law spontaneity openness forfeit. Devotee serious practitioner semblance investment rapture through oblate doctrine receive unable make. Third sagacity relay limited discernment. Spirit doctrine familiar modes advent expect, solemn elucidations, careful vivisection, traditional formats. Yet incarnation unexpected vestibules often manifest. Seer rapture, fledgling candid probe, peel echo, or unadorned instant complete. Mismatch expectations teachings eclipse often how probe. Casual remark needed exact discernment encompass perhaps, essence less erudite seem because dismiss. Life annoying circumstances frivolous essences through lessons proffer perhaps. Zen instructor Suzuki Roshi, fledgling anima myriad potentials, veteran anima scant. Young devotee virtuosity law barrier become. Certainty spirit doctrine mode look how prevented rapture unexpected through oblate profound lesson receive. Narrative fundamental query toward point. Discernment quest or understood be quest. Any mode rapture advent open or preconceptions validate mandate. Seer rapture dharma itself inherent rapture doctrine. Playful, spontaneous, beyond logic awakened discernment nature. This Vespa, others rejoined as expectations mismatch encounter as, devotee revelation remember? Seriousness expect laughter someone perhaps, profundity aspire casualness there, gravity call situation rapture there, yet unrecognized doctrines contain might. Buddha, myriad flames single kindle, flame life unscathed. Rapture oblate undiminished. Seer rapture dharma diminish not, inexhaustible rapture celebrate. Rapture devotee discern share resist rather could. Next spirit superiority perils admonitory legend expedition continue. This is astute Simian saga. Ancient China, Wu Prince pleasure vessel renowned Simian summit transport resolve, abundant fauna scenic splendor known locale. Prince retainers guard circumscribed, royalty casual assurance summit approach, natural cosmos royal presence accommodate anticipate, human subjects as. Forest dwelling Simians royal cortege glimpse instant, terror flee. Chatter echo air replete as myriad Simians highest boughs ascend scramble, natural instinct human intruders from conceal admonition. Forest moments air playful Simian echoes vibrant, hush descend leaf rustle creatures treetops safety quest sands. Yet one Simian royal presence utterly unperturbed. This particular Simian utterly intrepid seem, acrobatic spectacle remarkable prowess apparent indifference below peril. Bow graceful swing, elaborate vaults enact, dexterity evince as if spectacle proffer. Motions fluid assured, gesture each superior agility acumen cowering comrades compared demonstrate. Wu Prince prodigy spectacle growing annoyance watch. Here mere beast royal dominion deference dare, obvious peril casual dismissal through Prince presence very deride seem. Simian assurance Prince potency direct defiance manifest. Insolent beast this instruction resolve, Prince bowstring draw, arrow Simian direct propel. Yet all present prodigy too, Simeon adroit mid-flight arrow sees, air from pluck falling front sees as easily. Simeon arrow ephemeral probe, casual dismissal with a side hurl, such feats juvenile pastime more nothing as if. Prince countenance I darken humiliation at. Archer prowess may beast foolish render. Assail, retainer's mandate. Arrogant beast disabase. Arrow salvo air replete. Simeon, concerted onslaught suddenly replete, deflect all unable. Instant in, myriad arrows struck dead forest floor to descend. Prodigy capacity such overwhelming potency adverse useless events. Prince sagacious comrade Yen Pui, seen this growing discernment watch, accost. Manifest what discern, Prince vocalize. Cleverness advertise beast this. Skill own confide. Untouchable deem none. Remember. Men deal when distinction acumen on rely not. Yen Pui doctrine this profoundly absorb. Dominion return when, own enactments renowned same perilous pride forge how reflected. Hushed sagacious unadorned disciple become. Outstanding appear special make everything request, one's status delineate pleasures relinquish, others from apart set distinction every conceal. Learn. Patient discipline through, Yen Pui genuine humility evolve soon dominion no one essence what forge intimate. Ordinary so, unassuming so become people profound something sense commence simple presence vary in. Thus, or sustain, displayed what not, simple presence beneath mysterious profundity sense. Buddha, fathom not vocalize those, vocalize not fathom those. Narrative spirit peril wisdom abilities identity origin pride forge unveil. Why spirit discernment special qualities evince compelled sense. Zen ego co-opt genuine insights most even, separation superiority tools transmute reveal adherence. Achievements very separate self-sense dissolve should actually fortify identified advanced enlightened being when. Narrative spirit pride enact how intimate. Simeon-like, discipline through genuine capacities evolve, deeper hush, lucid probe, or vaster solicitude. Qualities these identification commence when, others from discern use when, ultimate weapons become self-destroy. Ancient doctrine spirit evolution heart paradox elucidate. Genuinely evolve more, invisible progress that become should. Authentic sagacity naturally humility express interconnected existence all nature unveil, other superior sense any basis dissolve because. Zen instructor Shunryu Suzuki don't fathom anima fledgling anima essence christen. Ignorance not, conceptual erudition existence enigma penetrate scant recognize sagacity. Simian tragedy cleverness special render, universal transient expression recognize not. Buddha, vacant vocalizations myriad than potent one vocalization harmony kindle. Yen Pui distinctions conceal special nothing become by, potent more influence access, presence performance rather others graze one. Own spirit trail probe. Insights ability subtle pride origins become instance discern? Meditation incarnations, psyche discernment, solicitude enactments different better feel ways become when. Discipline identity make each, simian perilous spectacle spirit equivalent forge. This Vespa, unadorned essence repose, special nobody art practice? Discernment demonstrate not, ordinary acuity enigma repose freedom discern? Buddha, resentful free those harmony surely. Deepest harmony peaceful adherence even release when manifest. This evening's Zen Buddhism sagacity expedition gentle terminus as, profound simplicity remembrance gentle tomorrow wake with may you. Center your profound simplicity remembrance gentle. Peace within from manifest. Without quest not. Tonight inward turned have you ancient verity still holds that. Touched peace dependent perfect circumstances problems absence not. Natural awareness state is when is what against fight stop when. Great Zen sees new enlightenment distant special labor years mandate not. Always present simple recognition. Still water reflected moon like, Buddha anima quietly all along shine, mental activity waves only settle waiting. Stillness this, ancient's original countenance christen. Pure acuity existed think separate learned before whole from. Buddha extremes luxury hardship between middle trail walked breath your now live. Forcing resisting neither, simply permitting. Shared woe understanding from flow solicitude heart your open as rest. Transient sagacity things all lightly hold teach bones you're in to settle. Teachings these about learning not. Them become you are. Great silence all sounds hold, vast expanse all incarnate embrace. Ancestors smile another essence way home remembers as. Wonderful journey you here tonight been. Well sleep thank joining us versus whisper at.